This lesson is on the probability of compound events. Compound events are when we have more than one thing happening. When you first learn about probability, you're just looking at, say you roll a die one time, what's the probability of getting an even number? That would be a simple event. But compound events would be, if I roll the die twice, what's the probability both of them are even, or something like that. We're going to start out with this example. We have a bag full of marbles, and they're red and white and green. We're going to compute the following probabilities. The first one is, what is the probability the first one is white, and then the second one is red, with replacement? And this with replacement and without replacement is important. On this first example, it says I draw a white, and then a red with replacement. So it means after I draw the white, whoops, I just want the dot. After I draw the white, I put it back inside. Without replacement, like on the second one, means I draw a green, and then I keep it out when I'm drawing for the next one. So for the first example, we want the probability of white and then the probability of red. We do each probability separately first. The probability of getting a white is 3 because I have 3 white marbles out of 10 because I have 10 total marbles. So the probability of getting a white is 3/10. Then I put the white marble back in and I try to draw a red. Well, I have 2 red marbles out of 10, so the probability of drawing a red is 2 out of 10. To find the probability that the first happens and then the second happens, I multiply these two. 3/10 times 2/10. Now we know that multiplication is easier if we simplify first, so I'm going to simplify the 2/10 to 1/5, and then I'm going to multiply. 3 times 1 is 3, 10 times 5 is 50. So the probability of getting a white and then a red, if we replace the first one, is 3/50. For our second example, we want a green and then a red. So the probability of drawing a green, we have 5 green out of 10, so 5 out of 10. And then when we say without replacement, that means when we took this green marble out, we kept it out. Now there are 2 red marbles, but there are only 9 marbles total. So the probability of drawing a red is 2 out of 9. Now to find the probability the first happens and then the second happens, we multiply. 5/10 we know simplifies, so we're going to go ahead and simplify that first to 1/2. And then 1/2 times 2/9 is 2/18. Oops, looks like I could have simplified a little further, but we're going to go ahead and simplify that up to 1/9. On our last example, we want to draw 2 green marbles. Let's erase this. We got our work in the way. We're going to put this green marble back in the bag. The probability that the first marble is green is again 5/10, or we know it's 1/2, so we can go ahead and write that down as 1/2. But again, it's without replacement, so when we draw that green marble, we hold it out. Now how many green marbles are there? Well, there's only 4 green marbles, and there's 9 marbles total. So the probability that the second one is green is 4/9. We see here that the first probability affects the second one. What we drew the first time affected the probability of the second thing happening. And when that happens, that's called dependent probabilities, because the second thing happening depends on what happens the first one. We still need to multiply, but we can simplify again here. 2 goes into 4 twice. So our probability is not 9, it's 2 out of 9. With compound probabilities, your probability should still be between 0 and 1. So be sure you never get a probability that's smaller than 0 or greater than 1.